Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Martin McFly and I'm coming to you guys with another video for today. So for today guys, this is the last and final video that I'm bringing to you guys. Like I said in the first one, I'm definitely gonna be uploading 4 videos for today since I've been slacking. This will be my favorite one, not because of the shoe necessarily, but because it's a comparison and I love doing these videos for you guys. So for today, it is on the long awaited and I think a little overdue. Not as overdue as the Cherry 12s, but it is overdue for these playoff 12s. So let's get right into it, guys. Bam! Here they go. I'm sorry that right now, like my camera is not doing them justice, and by that I mean the contrast because of how bright it is. But these are the 2022 playoff 12s, and as you guys can see, I already have them unlaced. I already have laced them up for when I wear them. For you guys that don't know, I like to wear my shoes loose. So these are the 22 version of the 12s that we've seen already. I think this is gonna be the 4th time they've come out in the form of actually coming out in this colorway. But it's reality 5 if you want to count the lows, but I don't count the lows because 12s and lows are just horrible. To me, 12s only look good as mids or high tops, wherever you want to call these. Low tops to me are just horrible. To me, I've always seen them as like that stepchild that, you know, somebody doesn't want. not to sound messed up, but that's what the 12 lows are for me. I never liked the 12 lows like that. So to me, I'm only gonna say 4 times because that's what they really count for, which is the highs or the mids, whatever. So as far as review goes, I think they came out really good. The leather is not that amazing. But as of recently, you know, Jordan Brand doesn't really do an amazing job with certain releases, unless it's like Jordan 1s or if it's like the sometimes Jordan 3s, sometimes 4s. For the most part, the leather isn't always amazing. And these are definitely not amazing, but they look good, and that's all that matters, I guess. And they're pretty comfortable because I already tried them on, and they're pretty decently bouncy, so I actually like that the technology is definitely updated. They do feel really nice and bouncy. So you guys came here for the comparison. So the only comparison that I can make is actually from 2004, which kind of saddens me to even show these because they separated on me. And so bam, here is, I know that if I show you guys these right now, they do not have a difference, like when you look at them. But as you guys can see, there's the stitching where it's supposed to be the Jumpman tag. It fell apart because eventually, as time went on, it got sticky and then it cracked and then it just fell by itself when I was wearing them. And unfortunately, I was only able to wear them 1 time, and I did buy these dead stock. I bought these years ago from a guy in eBay, and I was wondering why he was giving me such an amazing price. He actually gave me them for 120 shipped, which to me, I was elated. Like, you guys couldn't believe how I felt when I got these in hand. And as soon as I wore them 1 time to my church, 1 time, that one day, they completely fell apart. I don't think you guys can. I guess now you can see it right there. You guys can see it is completely separated. Not just this part, but even the outer sole, not just the midsole, but the outer sole. The only thing that's holding them together is my horrible job that I did with trying to reglue them back with super glue, I think it's called, or crazy glue, whatever it's called. As you guys can see, I did a horrible job because they don't even go all the way in. But for the most part, for this review, they did held up. As you guys can see, this fell as well. I just took it out. For the most part, I just took out every single part that was plastic. And there are the laces. I did have the OGs, but I sold those a long time ago. I used to have the OG Playoff 12s, the actual OGs, not just saying the color, I'm saying the actual first release of these. But again, I sold them because once these separated on me, and I saw that, I just ended up selling them because I bought those from eBay as well, and I got a great deal on those as well. I believe I sold them for, I bought them for like, I think like 150 around there, like 150, 160. And they were intact, like there was no separation. They look basically brand new. They weren't that stock, but looked like the person wore them like once or twice, whoever was the original owner. But yeah, so let's just get right into the comparison. So you guys can see from right there, like from far away, there is no difference. Absolutely no difference. There is like very slight. It's not really differences. It's more like, I guess you can say, variations of the shoes. So let me get into the first one. So again, I don't know how good you guys are gonna be able to see this because of my camera quality. But again, so I'm gonna just tell you right now. So the right side is the 2004, and this is the 2022. You're not gonna catch it on my camera, but the red on the 2004 is actually like a deeper, darker red, and then the 22 version is actually a more lighter red. You can't catch it because of my horrible quality of camera work right now. But hopefully you can see it. I think you can kind of see it. This one's a little more. The 2004 is a little more of a darker red. But for the most part, everything's on point, which is what I loved about the retros of the Playoff 12s. Jordan Brand, for the most part, they've done a great job with retroing these shoes, because the only one that actually sticks out like a sore thumb, aside from the low tops that are ugly, are actually the 2012 version. And OGs might want to cover their ears when I say this, but the part that I like more of the of that version rather than this type of version, which is more closer to the OGs, is actually the toe. For you guys that know, as you guys can see, they actually mimicked it. For you guys that know, the 2012 version actually had a red Jumpman, and the OGs had a black Jumpman. The 2004 had a black Jumpman, and the 22 has a black Jumpman. And the only one that actually has a variation of that is the 2012, which is the red Jumpman. I personally have always loved that about the 2012. Better than the OG is that they have the red Jumpman. Because to me, I've always thought that, the black Jumpman, it just doesn't really stick out. Like, I mean, we already have plenty of black on the shoe. So to me, I loved how they broke it up with the red Jumpman on the 2012 version. So to me, personally, I prefer that about the 2012. That's the only thing I'll give the nod for the 2012. But as far as quality and all that, of course not. And that's another thing, which is what I'm getting to right now, which is the quality. So, of course, the OGs, we already know, the leather is impeccable. And when I had those in hand, they definitely were really nice. The 2004 version, man, this leather is soft. I won't be able to show you because, like I said, my camera is not going to catch that very well. But you really can't see it. But trust when I tell you, it has some nice leather. It is definitely not cheap. And I think you could tell more on the actual toe. Yeah, you guys can see it right there. You see that? Like, it's really soft. They actually were using good, decent leather at that time. You guys can see it right there as I stand back. The actual, let me actually take this out because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys with the shoe tree on it. But without the shoe tree, as you guys can see, it's not really soft. Like, I have to really press this down. Like, I'm pressing down right now. Like, I'm using a lot of pressure for it to go down. Again, it is tumbled, just like how all the versions have looked like, because even the OGs, they had a tumbled leather, and I believe even the 2012s had a tumbled leather. So all versions have had the same textured leather, but the quality is definitely different. You guys can see that this is the 2004 right here. On my right hand, you're viewing it on the left, and this is right here on my left hand. You're viewing it on the right. This is the 22. Look, I'm barely applying pressure on the 2004, and look how soft it is. This one I have to apply deep pressure in order to get the same result. And again, we already know this about Jordan Brand. Jordan Brand will never give us the quality that we want in shoes, especially when they're massively overproduced. And even the tongue on the 2004 is just so much softer. Look at that. Like, I'm just rubbing it. I'm rubbing it right there. Look at that. This one is not the same. Like, this is really tough. I don't want to say really tough, but it's definitely stiffer. Like, it just has the effect of looking soft, but this is really soft. And for the most part, it is the same. The 2-3 going down, and the laces, I want to say that 2004 laces are just a little more, like, they have more give to them. I feel like maybe it's just because these are newer, but I feel like the 2004 laces are a little more softer. Like, they have more wiggle. I don't know if that makes any sense. That doesn't really matter either way, because I mean, it's just shoelaces tie your shoes. And the bottoms, you guys can see. Hold on, let me look at it myself actually. I mean, the carbon fiber looks the same, honestly, but this is where they differ from the OGs. So both these versions, and I'm assuming the 2012, I think the 2012s are probably more closer to OGs when it comes to actual carbon fiber. But the OG carbon fiber was actually like a black and gray, like a lighter gray. These are like more of a straight black. Like it looks like they're blacked out. Yeah, it looks more like they're blacked out. And again, the red on this one, I mean, these have been worn, so maybe the red is probably darker because of they've been worn. But like I said, this is more, the 22 has more of a lighter red. I think the 22, it might just be that they definitely did use a lighter red overall. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And as far as like the actual this right here, I think the 2004, the OGs use metal. I don't think this is metal though. On the 2004, it feels plastic. They probably did, I think that's when they did the switch for the lace loops. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, because I think even this one's plastic. It feels like plastic, but the OGs did come with metal on the lace holes or lace hoops, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, there goes a very quick comparison, guys. I'm sorry this is not amazing because again, my camera quality sucks and the lighting's not the best, but I hope I did the best that I could. Overall, if I had to say which is the better retro, I mean, of course it's gonna be the 2004. I mean, the leather's just way better. It's softer. The laces I feel like are better. I know it sounds stupid, but it is what it is. But I'm glad they came out with these because I actually doubled up. I actually was able to hit 4 pairs on these. I hit a 10.5 to 11s, which is my personal size, and I also hit on a size 8. So these were easy to get. If you didn't do any type of leg work, you got an L, then that's on you. If you did any type of work, if you actually tried, I believe that everybody was able to hit. They had a lot of pairs of these. And for the most part, 12s are not really the most desirable Jordan retro. I call these hood specials because these are more like a hood shoe. More people in the hood tend to wear these, and I know because I grew up in the hood. So 12s are definitely a hood classic. A lot of people in the hood loves their 12s. Doesn't matter what colorway, they love them regardless. So these are definitely a must cop. If you're an OG head, these are a must cop. They definitely stay true to the OG. Like I said, the only difference is the carbon fiber. That's it. That's pretty much it. Everything else is on point because like I said, I've had OGs in hand. I had them before. I got a 2004 pair. I never had the 2012, but again, it wasn't original to OG, so I guess doesn't matter. I guess, like I said, I've always have liked better the version of the way they come with the OGs. So that's what it is. Thank you for watching my video. This has been Running 5. Have a good one. Peace.